Amazing. We made it here.
Am I like cutting through your video?
Yes, please go ahead. Yeah. Hello, the Dannies.
Hey Coco, how's it going?
So let's be honest, right? Okay, let's be real. Who's most likely to skip a workout and blame it on recovery day between you two?
Well, I skip more workouts, but it's mostly because I don't feel like I need to. I listen to my body and I was like, I do need my recovery day. Or I do other activities like yoga, dancing. So that's my recovery day. Danny.
But like between you two, who's more like,
Militant?
doesn't matter, I need to get to the gym.
Yeah.
And then Diana's more like, you know what, I can take a chill pill.
Yeah. Yeah, that's me. Yeah, it's me. I'm more militant in my approach because I feel like...
So good. Imagine the other way around.
No, of course. I know that Danny is the most... I've been in other relationships where like the guy's like, no, don't go to the gym. And that was
Is
not
he
like-
fat?
I don't know. In that moment, no, I don't know right now. But I like it. I like that he's very disciplined.
Yeah, for me, it's like, what works best for me is like having a structured routine, right? It sets me up for the rest of the day. You know how like they say like, the first thing you do, like the first couple minutes or whatever you do right out of bed determines, it sets the tone for the rest of your day, right? So for me, it's like, I get up, I try not to snooze, although I must admit I've been snoozing way more than I really should have right now. It's just so easy to just stay in bed and...
The weather has been shit as well, so...
Yeah, today though.
Today's great, but it's
yeah.
been the last 1 month.
Yeah.
2 months of rain.
2 months of rain. I never experienced play this way.
Not even me.
Right now we're heading to high season and you're leaving already.
Yeah.
It's a shame.
I was like, if it rains one more day, just Lord, just like, give me a rope. I need to hang myself. It's so depressing. I don't know how people in London are doing it.
Yeah.
I mean, I used to live there many years.
Really?
But I think because I was having high functioning depression, so it matched the weather. Now I'm healed and I'm positive. I'm like,
You need the sun.
this is not natural. This is not natural.
You need
living.
the sun.
You guys from Canada, right?
I'm from Canada. I'm from Toronto.
You from
So I
Canada.
deal with like ultra long winters every year for
from
many
here.
years now. So this is the dream coming here.
Yeah,
And
I'm
I'll
from
take the rain.
Mexico. I come from a lot of sun
Yeah.
and hot.
But north, you get cold weather as well.
Only twice, 2 months in a year, yes.
Yeah, you get all the water.
The Mexican girl from the north are really pretty. Seriously, some of my like Mexican girlfriends are like, I think one from Chihuahua, one of my best
Oh,
girlfriends.
they're very pretty. I do believe that.
Yeah.
But also, every area is different, you can see.
You're just pretty, that's all.
Well, I'm the winner here. I got the lottery, right? So yeah, I'm very grateful for that.
Yeah, how long have you guys been together?
Almost 3 years now, right? Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's just time flies here on the beach. I feel like I was just telling her a little while back that relationships here progress, very quickly because I feel like we're more natural. We don't really have that kind of, we come from the big city, so like people tend to play the games like you wait for someone to text first, and then
The whole shebang.
you let them hold on for 12 hours, 24 hours before responding, so
Yeah.
you don't come off as needy or desperate, and you want to appear busy. I feel like all that stuff is bullshit.
It is
Here's-
BS.
here-
Did you
partly
guys meet
because
here?
people are-
Meet here in Playa?
Yeah, we met here. Yeah, partly because I feel like people here are much more grounded. They have the beach and all that.
Yeah. It's definitely different people.
Well,
who are here.
I feel a little bit different. I didn't see that perspective before, but for me, it's because everybody is alone, let's say. Like, we don't have our family, so you need to make a strong connection.
There are a lot of
faster.
truth seekers here.
A lot of orphans here. I'm just kidding.
Yes, they are.
COVID refugee,
Yeah.
all this,
Exactly.
rebellious to the,
People trying to find themselves.
yeah.
You know what it is? We chose this place as home. Home didn't choose us. So everybody that's here, we decided to be here, and we all have that commonality between
Yeah.
one another, and that's why not only me, but I feel strongly that the connections that I make here are much more deeper and wholesome as opposed to where I come from in Toronto. Majority of the people that I know in Toronto, they were born there. They didn't choose that place as home. Home choose them to make the best out of it and do whatever works best for them. And they just kind of go on, through the motions
The
of
whole
life.
system.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
But here it's like, people here all chose this place as
Yeah.
home, and we all have a very similar mindset and vision for life.
Yeah.
So yeah.
And every lifestyle, it's like, what is a happy life? That's a collection of many happy moments. So, how many hours today that you've been healthy and happy, and actually talking to people that you really actually love and enjoying time with?
It's about
It's so
enjoying
simple.
every moment, right? So if you're in a job that you don't enjoy, and then you go to a family that has a lot of issues, like, when is it time to be enjoying the present? So here in the beach, you choose your friends, you choose your job, you choose where to be.
I think the hardest part, for me, before coming here was deciding to actually take the leap of faith and make the decision and be like, okay, this is it. I am moving. I am not happiest here.
Yeah.
I am gonna, find greener pastures.
Yeah.
Right? That was the hardest part. The moment I touched down, and that is when, like all the worry, all the anxiety just went away.
Yeah.
Fear is what really predominantly holds people back from doing what they really want to do. Fear. There's absolutely nothing to fear. Once you take that leap of faith, and once you're in the motion of doing it, it is it's a very rewarding feeling. Yeah, we had that conversation. I saw you at the gym.
Yeah.
And I realized that you said you're going to be going to Dubai and Bali, and I saw a little bit of a worried look on your face at the gym, and I'm like, Coco, what you're doing is inspirational. It's great because you're literally living the dream. You're doing whatever you want on your own agenda. You don't have anyone to answer to. If you want to go here, go there, do whatever, you're just doing it.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. I definitely feel like it's becoming I don't have the desire anymore to be in every other city every other month, but I have a strong affection for Mexico and Bali. Big, beautiful impacts on my healing journey and my growth journey. So this is definitely a place, I think from now on it'll be half time here and half time Bali.
Smart.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I'm excited for you guys to come to experience Bali as well.
Bali, so
When are you going to be there?
Next month.
Next month, okay. So you're going to be in Dubai for about a month or so.
I'm going for 2 weeks,
Okay.
and then let's see.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it'll be pretty exciting for you.
I haven't been in a big city. Also, my friends, like Erika and Brad, actually, our friends. This crew just has the most amazing, beautiful, conscious, loving, successful, smart couples. And I feel like, I just realized this recently. I'm like, why am I not surrounded by these role models I want to be aspired to? Why am I hanging out with women who are lovely, but they probably haven't done inner work and they've still got trapped in their hurt from whatever it is, the man. And so they're just not moving on with life. If you want to be, I made a recent post on Instagram, but basically hang out with healthy people if you want to be healthy, hang out with rich people if you want to be rich, and hang out with people who are actually living and embodying and having an amazing relationship.
You just have to enjoy the process.
Yeah.
You just have to enjoy the process, and I feel like you are.
Yeah.
And always think like that. I used to think like that before. That okay, once I get to this
A
point,
certain level.
then what?
Yeah.
So you might as well just make the whole entire process enjoyable during the whole entire process, right?
Yeah.
And also you're already doing it. Like for me, to be able to travel, that's what made me connect with the people I actually wanted to connect, like the kind of people I wanted, because in my city, I felt always like, well, I don't like people here. Like I thought that I was a problem, And then when you remove yourself from an environment that is not with you, then you start meeting the people. So that's why you say when you travel, you can do that more easier than in your city of always. Like if you don't like the people anymore, let's travel.
Yeah.
Like what I said, just take that leap of faith, and then we choose this place at home. It goes back to what I said.
Yeah.
So that's why that commonality is so important. We all have that. You and I, all three of us, we all have that sitting at this table right here at this moment, right? So that's very, very important. You're a product of your environment.
Exactly.
So that's why you're only attracting high quality people into your life and the people that you aspire to be.
Yeah.
and we can all lean on each other, you know, for support and to be the best version of ourselves, right? Yeah, that's why in my city I feel like I was kind of outgrown that environment,
Yes.
and I needed to get out of there.
It's almost like people
For a
try
while
to
already.
live like in big cities generally. Obviously we can't say all
From London.
cities.
Yeah.
Vietnam, London, right? It just people try to live to an idea. Like
Yeah.
they think, okay, this is the way, and okay, I need to do this because the neighbor's doing that, and then my
Exactly.
friends, I'm gonna keep up with that, and then
Exactly.
they don't even know who they are. And I mean, I've been there for many years.
Keeping
So-
up with the
It's
Jonases.
very hard to see that, like very hard, because you're so like constantly
You get hooked into
doing
the
what
system.
everyone is doing, and like also your ego hurts more. Like, oh, why is he doing that better than me? So
I noticed, like, I mean, just even thinking about Dubai on Saturday, and like, I'm very happy with my natural nails. Like, I don't have the desire to paint color,
That's
but I just feel like I'm going to Dubai, and it's like,
that you're gonna have to do it.
yeah. So I actually book one, and I'm like, wow, I can't believe like, I know, but it's like just fitting into the environment.
Yeah,
Yeah.
more
You
natural.
know?
Just be hippie.
It's
Yeah.
good when you already know yourself, because every time I go back to my city, it's like, okay, it's time to dress a little bit better,
Dubai's
and
like
I
that.
enjoy that.
Yeah.
But for a little
Bit, like, okay, this is my little
No,
city
I come
city girl
back,
vibe.
it's
I call it athleisure.
Yeah,
Yeah,
100%.
I love it.
Yeah, you don't have to do your nails here or whatever. Well,
I've got like 100 pair of heels and all these fancy
No one wears
shoes, and my friend's keeping it for me in Istanbul. And now I'm going to buy them. Like, I already have, like, I don't even have a new pair of the trainers because I train with no shoes. So now I just have these Crocs, which I go everywhere. I'm like, I don't care. I actually don't want to wear shoes. How about that? You know?
Beautiful hippie.
So,
Would you stop shaving too?
okay, that is a little bit of the.
Deal with that question. There's a lot of natural, I guess. What do you want to call
I say waxing. It's still, you know,
think it's very
it's
popular
still
in Europe, like
waxing.
certain areas
Do you
in-
wax? You're waxing, right?
I do laser,
Yeah,
so
yeah. Only do bikini
it's more
waxing.
permanent.
Yeah. Oh, laser. Yeah.
The reason why I ask is because like there's I guess in certain European countries they
Talk about that. What do you think about those women? And obviously, no judgment. But there's women that with full-on hairy
yeah,
armpits.
I've seen that. I've seen that.
What do you think? Honest. Keep it real. Honest.
I think we're gonna have very different like thinking.
Well, I'm not used to that kind of hair
Yeah.
on a female, right? But maybe I'll start liking it. I don't know. Like, I just gotta be around it
Liking
more.
it.
Like I said, we're a
Danny, time to be natural.
I don't want to try anytime soon though. So just keep whatever you're doing. Just keep it up. I'm perfectly happy with that.
How about you? What do you think?
You know, for me, like I think it's about what you prefer in your body. So a lot of women want to just be themselves as they are, and they don't do any alterations to the body, and that's okay. But if they feel themselves, that's perfect. But for me, I like seeing myself like, I don't know, a little tidy up. That's why I do my hair. That's why the little things that make me feel good with myself. But I don't
Yeah.
care if anyone else doesn't do it.
Move
As
like a
long
dolphin.
as they are
Smooth.
doing it for the correct
Reason.
Reason.
Like, where is it coming from? It's more about like the energy.
Yeah.
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 I guess that's a very fair point. Like now that it's actually calm my nervous system, your answer.
Self-care is important.
Because when I think about that, I'm like, okay, why there's this ick? Because I don't think I can do that. It's just like for now.
Yeah.
But it makes sense, you know. If somebody know how to live with that,
And also, you know, nothing is permanent. You can try
Yeah.
as much styles as you want until
Yeah.
you find the one that you like.
I think it's like the whole point is not to keep all your hair armpit, just to prove that hey, I'm natural.
Exactly.
Like that is, you should go to your room and shut the door. Right? Like that's just a very ugly energy. That's what I'm saying. I'm like, I don't even want to talk to you, let alone looking at your armpit. Yeah.
There's a lot of reasons.
But then it makes sense if, let's say, if the woman live in the jungle in Tulum or Bacala and like, you know, working with, you know, very much in
Yes.
nature, and that's just their way of living. Then I can totally respect that.
You know, I have friends here. I met here. They live in the jungle. They're so natural. They don't have like electricity, but they are so feminine. That doesn't make them less feminine. But that's true. It depends on who you are surrounded by. If it's only women that we're all the same, and you know, sometimes I think, with at least for me, I arrange myself a little bit for me, but then it's like, because I like people not thinking bad.
Yeah.
So for them,
Yeah.
when your environment is so free that you can be and
Yeah.
look the way you want, it's like, that's super nice.
Yeah.
And they're so feminine.
Yeah. I'm always like, nowadays, whenever someone triggers me, I'm just like, okay, Coco, like, what is going on with you? Like, what part in you that is
Yeah.
not healed? That is. So let me tell you an real example, and maybe you can be my therapist for this. I still get very triggered by a certain looks. So one of the looks is, let's say, a male, for example, who dress up to the nine and giving off this very spiritual persona, like jewelry, excessive jewelry, over the top, lots and lots of tattoos, lots of different colors, every color with different fingernails, and just got this very intense energy and just walking around like kind of like, hey, I'm a spiritual, like, oh my God, like I was waiting in line for, I don't know, a hair salon or something, and I was in the same line with this man in Bali like a few months ago. And I can just feel like there's rage in me. I'm just like,
It's just too much.
yeah, I'm just like, stop, like, you screaming for attention. Stop fucking, like.
It's just an overcompensation for something else that's lacking in his her personal life.
But it's like, what does it, why am I being triggered? Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
like, that's
it definitely
my.
goes for us. Like, why does that trigger? Of course, we know what that people is, but for me, I think because since I came here, I've been in my journey to find myself. Like, they're also finding themselves.
Yes.
Even when they look so secure about
Yeah.
who they are, they're finding themselves.
Yeah.
And that's probably where they're triggering you. Like, probably you're still on, like, who's me? And
Yeah.
because they shouldn't care. They're all in their way.
Yeah, but I can totally bring myself to this. I know, especially like because I'm in coaching and helping people with these things, right?
But what I'm saying is
Right?
it can be a lot, because a lot of these people want to just teach everyone to be like himself. And because you do the same, but you do it in a more natural way, or like,
Yeah,
I don't know how to say it, but you're faking it.
yeah,
You know, if you're not ready, why are you faking it?
yeah, yeah,
Or like taking everyone to do that extreme, that's not.
Like more authentic.
Yeah.
More
Yeah,
authentic,
be authentic.
yeah.
Yeah.
And every time I just have to come back to my heart and just be
Yeah.
like, you've been there, you've been this person, not this way, but a different kind of expression.
Exactly.
You were trying to be so slim because you think, oh, being skinny is, you know, like the hot girl, right? Like you try to achieve like all these projects because you want to earn love and you want to look like you're just looking for love. Like at the
Yeah.
end of the day, it's just we are looking for love. So that kind of okay, like
We're still going
this
through
is
the
also me. It's just different expression.
Yeah.
Yeah. But
Yeah.
I like that you say that everything that affects us is like, okay, but why is affecting me?
Oh, 100%.
We always want to blame. It's easier to blame the other person. It's like, it goes for us.
That is the truth. Same with someone random on the street, same with fuckboy situation, same with a bad vibe girlfriend, like whatever it is, it's just like, this person's teaching me something. Just let me hear what it is.
Why
Just,
are you
yeah.
teaching me?
This is why we live at the beach, because there's so much unnatural things going on now. People are not authentic. People are failing to, like they're having a hard time being an authentic version of themselves. And you know, it goes back to exactly what I said. We all chose this place as home because people are more grounded. People are authentic, and relationships, like hers and I, we don't have that kind of how do you say it? Like we're not from the big city with that kind of mentality, and we're all playing these games. We don't
I
have
feel like
to
we're
play
being
these
cleansed here.
Yeah.
We always come with conditioning, right? Like all these
This is
things, but
exactly
you
this.
come here and it's just like,
In this way. It was just me attacking me. You know, that's why it was painful. I was attacking myself.
just
You're purging.
shedding your old self.
Yeah. Like,
Purging.
Yeah.
until like,
What was
That's
the
why-
hardest thing? What was the hardest thing to let go of?
well, everything that my family taught me, because they taught me because of love, right? But everyone has a different way of looking. So I was living my life in their rules, and that's why I was blaming me, like, oh, I didn't do this, my family's gonna be angry with me. It's like, why would they be angry with me? I'm not doing anything wrong, just by being my
being
life
yourself.
and
Yeah.
trying to enjoy. Yeah, that's why
Yeah.
it was very painful.
Yeah.
And if they have any issue, then that's their work.
And there's no any issue. My family situation is better than ever.
They put you in a box when you're living in Monterey. They put you in a box, and you can only have that freedom of movement
Space.
within that box. You're not able to think outside the box. They want you to.
And
behave
I was
within the box.
thinking that's the way.
Yeah.
But that's actually the reason I moved away, because I was like, why am I not growing? Why I'm not feeling good?
Mm.
And it was just me hearing
Bravo.
everyone else.
Bravo. Johnny Bravo. Okay.
You're not gonna let that go.
Okay, guys, please, I need to zoom in, right? Okay, so this
She's
is
gonna
Johnny
zoom in.
Bravo.
Look at
Comment-
this right now.
Comment below
I shouldn't have done that for my Halloween costume.
if
Because of this.
this is, yeah,
Oh,
can you
boy.
show us all the photos and we can put it right next to Danny's?
No, I just have. So look, this is why I thought of Johnny Bravo.
That's
my
fresh
God.
from COVID
3 years
lockdown.
ago.
No barber.
My goodness, you see his skin like this?
That is, I mean, all hairstyles suits
okay,
you.
one good look.
Yeah,
Yeah, you cannot say that it's not Johnny
incredible.
Bravo.
Yeah, we got it on the screen. Yeah, we
Yeah,
got it on the
good.
screen. Let us know in the
It's correct.
comment if it's a yes.
I had yellow hair dye for Halloween as well. Oh, that was.
We come back for the same podcast
exactly,
with the new with the new
Is Halloween a
hairstyle.
big thing in Bali?
I was here, right?
Oh, you weren't there last time.
Yeah. Halloween this time. I was doing my yoga teacher training. Yeah, that was like a different,
You're a
different
certified yoga teacher?
energy. Yes, I'm Kundalini and Hatha yoga teacher. Can you believe that?
And you practice every day?
I mean, I always practicing yoga since like ages, for like 15 years
Yeah,
now.
that's really neat. That's really neat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We all need yoga. At least
Yeah.
once a week. I always tell my clients.
It's one of those things that every single time when I finish on the mat, I'm like, why am I not doing more of this?
Yeah.
It's so good, and it's not just physically good. It's
No,
your
it's
mental, emotional, so much release, mental clarity. You sleep like a baby. Yeah, it's just so
I
good on
recommend
all
my
levels.
clients do once a week yoga.
Yeah.
Because a lot of people haven't tried it. It's like it will help you for everything.
Yeah.
To recover faster, to also not feel that much stress. So,
To
Do you
just
know
learn
different
to
type of yoga?
breathe And just get more oxygen in the body. I don't really do any yoga. I haven't done one yoga
Right.
session
I
at
try
all.
boot camp into yoga.
Yeah.
Do you know different like Ashtanga, Vinyasa, Hatha? So okay,
Hatha.
so if you were to describe your relationship as a type of yoga, it would be more Vinyasa or Ashtanga or
It's so
Hatha
weird.
or Yin yoga.
Also depends
Hot
on
yoga.
how do you feel.
Hot yoga. That's all you can think about.
Also depends on how do you feel. Because for example, I love Ashtanga, but if you're not prepared, you're not gonna like it.
But like the flavor of your relationship.
That was it. I think we're
Can you be
like
more specific? Because I don't understand. For all the.
Okay, so
For all
Ashtanga is very masculine, which means it's structured. 90 minutes, same sequence every single time. You do the same thing. It's very structured and logical. It's very physically challenging. It's the most physical challenging. I can't speak today.
This
When you
sounds
look-
fun.
Hatha is a little bit more gentle, breathing, very calming, like very harmonizing.
yeah.
Vinyasa is like a combination of Hatha and Ashtanga. So there's structure, but there's also flow. Yeah. And then Yin is a lot more like resting and stretching and like more calm because you hold a pose for like 5 minutes.
I haven't tried Yin.
Yeah.
I see.
Which
That
is
sounds
very
really
like inactive, which is very passive.
Like
but
couch
like
potato, Netflix kind of.
it's
Not
actually
Netflix.
beautiful thing comes out of it. Yeah, like you hold a pose for 5 minutes. It's changed something
Just
in
take
you.
your time, whatever. You do. No rush for
It's a
anything.
different, yeah. So what do you think?
It's very
More
balanced.
Ashtanga, more Vinyasa, more.
Ooh, I love very Vinyasa. You know, sometimes
Oh, that's beautiful.
Like-
I was yeah, that's what I
Yes.
thought.
there for each other. So if we see like, hey, I think we need to be more calm this week, we take time to be calmer. Hey, it's time to work, it's time to like focus again, we take that time and we're like more disciplined and structured.
And you guys just come into that mutual space and tell each other as you feel? Or is there one who's often more checking in with
It's
the
been
vibe?
coming to that, right?
Both
one
of you.
One of the things I stress about having being in a successful like long-term relationship, like communication is very important. You know, and
It's everything.
if you
It's
think
everything.
about like any kind of like argument, or not really argument or any kind of disagreement that we may have, you can think about when you think back on it, what was like the root cause of the problem. Mainly boils down to communication,
Miscommunication.
setting expectations not being
Yeah,
met. It's difficult to work this thing.
It's good. Yeah,
Got it?
it's great.
Okay. So yeah, the root cause, if you really think about it, is you can pinpoint it back to communication because it's very important.
100%.
And
I
they-
swear, if you just even talk, like let's say I talk to you about bananas, and already the second sentence, your definition of like banana that got in Bali is already like a different version of like my banana in like India.
They're very small, right?
Yeah, it's like, so even we talk about the same thing, we already have a different interpretation of what it is.
Yeah.
Imagine in a complex
Yeah, exactly.
conversation.
They just taste so different, speaking of bananas. But I know you
I hate bananas.
So you know,
Do you
for-
eat bananas? Okay.
Yeah, every day.
I hate
It's healthy.
bananas. I
that's
don't.
like most common fruit in our house.
Yeah, it's banana.
Digress.
Banana a day and pineapple and mangoes.
Pineapple, yes.
Yeah.
The best fruit.
Mango,
Yeah.
love it here.
Yeah. But yeah, communication and obviously
So
trust is a
communication.
factor. You know, trust.
Trust.
Is like a main pillar. Without that, then you don't have anything.
I feel like that's foundational. It's
Yeah,
like
you can understand your.
you gotta have
your,
a toothbrush if you want to brush
Exactly.
your teeth. Basically.
And most importantly, you know, before we even got into a relationship with one another, we had to match on the long-term vision for life as well. Because what we're doing right now, just traveling all year round and doing whatever we want, really, is not the typical family kind of structure that you would find where we come from. Because we chose this place as home, and we'll continue choosing our future destinations as home. Because home is like where your heart is. So, you know, like our vision had to like align in order for this to work. Because you know, you cannot just sweep this under the rug and just expect your partner to go along with what your idea of life is, and then come to
Yeah.
a surprise like, okay, this is not exactly what I wanted at all.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So these are the hard subjects that you have to like get out of the way first before moving further,
Exactly.
before investing more time and energy into the relationship, right?
What are you thinking about? Like, what do you want in life? That was our first dates. Like, what do you want?
Absolutely.
So instead of who you are, it's like, what do you want?
Absolutely.
See, we were like,
Absolutely. On top of
Because-
chemistry as well. Obviously,
That is
compatibility,
Exactly.
chemistry, you just gotta be
I
there.
think that was our first dates. Like, what do you want? What do I want? We were figuring out what do we want, and then we're like, we want the same
Alignment.
things.
Yeah.
But do you have that experience as a woman when a man asks you what you want and you know what you want, but you kind of judge what you want and you don't trust that this man gonna be able to give you what you want, so you just be like, not really sharing about what you want?
Of course, but
I struggle with that.
I have to say I'm not the same person in this relationship that I was before. Because when I came here alone, that's when I started my healing journey to find out who I was and what I wanted. So once I did that by myself, I met Danny. If I met Danny and not knowing who I wanted, we would not be here
So you have a clear vision of what you want
already. But
already.
before,
Yeah.
because I was still like, oh, whatever the guy. For us, it's more like traditional in the way that the woman does what the man wants.
Yeah.
So
It's
if
a
I
deep conditioning.
If I met someone in Monterey and they told me like, oh, I want this, and I like you, so I want that too.
Yeah.
But now it's not that.
You're more authentic.
Yeah. Honestly, it's been like quite life-changing for me only recently, witnessing Erica and Brad. I mean, we've known each other 2 years, 3 years now, like good neighbors, but this time I really get to like talk to them in depth and like seeing them, and it's such a blessing to see how she can completely surrender to him and fully show up in her feminine way of living. And he just so gladly provide and protect and support her in whatever way that she wants to live
What do you think
or
that
to
is?
experience.
What do you think that is? That
I-
she was able to kind of just.
I think they both just come to full acceptance of themselves, and so they fully accept the other person, and it fits.
Perfect.
Yeah, but for me, I think I'm still having this judgment. I'm like, maybe that's the part because I've spent so many years being an independent, hyper-independent woman, because I don't trust that there's a man who will provide and protect and love me.
Yeah.
So I can just go up and do my art project, or so I don't have to be so stressed about life and finance and money, all of that.
Right.
But there's still a part of me judging that. So to see Erica and Brad, I'm like, this is a real living example in front of me.
But you know, that was not all the time. They've been together for a long time, many years. And these new phase that you're seeing and that you like, they were not like that in the beginning.
Right.
During all the journey together, they accept themselves who they are. They trust the other person, like, you're gonna do well, I'm here for you, I support you. That's why I say the vision is so important, because you can meet someone that is not ready to provide for everything you want.
Yeah.
But if you trust that person, that he's
and
gonna
they
be
hold the
there.
vision. Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Because none of us is perfect, and we will never be perfect. But like trying to become better and better, that's when you know your partner is a good match for you.
It's a lot of work. I feel like
Yeah, how do you feel
nowadays,
about
nowadays a lot of people are just so used to instant gratification. You have Uber Eats. You can buy your groceries online. You can go on Tinder and just swipe. You know, you get one red flag, swipe. You don't even gonna try it anymore. This is like what a lot of people are doing nowadays, and they expect instant results. If they don't get instant results, they're on to the next thing, right?
Yeah.
And no one understands that, you know, running a successful business, having a good relationship, you know, with your friends, your sorry,
Because
really
this will
close.
be really good for Danny as well.
Okay, like a good successful relationship, successful marriage, running a good family, all of that takes tremendous amount of work, time, and dedication, and not a lot of people are willing to put in that work anymore because they're so used to instant gratification.
You have to accept the phases that are gonna be hard, but you have to see the end line. Like, it's gonna be so rewarding after all these
Trust your
that
vision.
we're doing together.
Yeah.
So I think, yes, Brad and Erica are an excellent couple, but I do believe that each one of them did their part and did their work and trusted the vision they had.
Exactly. But like to hold the vision with conviction and really coming from a place of like, this is what I want and I'm gonna do my best to get there, right? But I feel like I have a few interaction with some modern men. Would I say in Bali?
Modern man. Wait, define what a modern man is.
The modern
first.
man, right? Like striving for a life of freedom, you know, building business, very heads down, and you know, like aspire to be masculine, like.
Okay.
Yeah, so like generally good.
They're in their journey, kind of.
But I feel like they lacking life experience.
True.
And this is something I actually want to ask for your opinion. I feel like their approach to relationship is so different to mine, which is, I'm going to take an example. So you train for the whole year, right? You go to the gym to go to that one Olympian Games to win the prize, right?
Right.
So the real value and actually what makes you to get the first prize winner is the training throughout the whole year. Right? Nobody going to come up to you and say, hey, Johnny Bravo.
That's actually my middle name, Johnny.
Johnny, yeah? Really?
No, you wish.
Nobody's just gonna come up to you and hand you, okay, your first winner. Now you go train to match that. So this is what, like, I feel like a lot of guys don't want to put in the work, but they want me to be like, okay, you gotta commit that you're my girlfriend, and then I will show up, and then I prove that I provide for you. I'm like, it doesn't work that way, bro. Like, I have no data.
Yeah, I mean,
It doesn't make sense.
I'll make a comment about that. That's exactly what it is. You know, like I said, you know, a lot of people don't want to put in that work and that effort to get what they want. You know, I wasn't born into like money or anything like that, so I had a lot of struggles, you know, growing up, and you know, everything that I have, you know, the life that I'm living now, I have to go out there and you know, fucking go get it. Yes.
What a blessing.
Yeah, because no one's gonna come save me.
Yeah.
Trudeau's not gonna save me.
Yeah.
Trump wasn't gonna save me.
Yeah.
Biden wasn't gonna save me. None of these people are gonna save me. I'm responsible for my own well-being, so I have to go and save myself. So what did I do? I took matters into my own hands. At that point, you know, when you're already at the bottom, you know, you have nothing more to lose. The only way is going up. So fight like hell to get what you want to get. So these guys that you're talking about, that you're describing, maybe they're still little boys. They're not really like men
That is a
yet,
boy mindset.
because a real masculine man knows what he wants and knows, you know, like may not have a plan yet, but he knows he's gonna get it, whatever it is. He's gonna find a way to go get it.
And I'm not even asking for much. It's more about I'm like, okay, what gonna make me wanting to be your girlfriend is if this trigger you, we're gonna fucking sit down and talk about this, right? Like this is the opportunity to do some healing work. This is the opportunity for us to go to the shadow.
Yeah.
And it's fucking scary because I want to scream, I want to punch you, but this is the goal.
Yeah.
Instead of like ignoring, leaving the conversation, or being explosive, and then just like put things under the rug, and then just go to this shallow, like everyth's fine, like that doesn't add any credit to any credibility of like how this going to.
We always are. Well, we have to remember we are different person, like different words. So when we are together, that's why the communication is so important. It's like, okay, what do you like? And this is what I like. It may not be the same. Doesn't matter. You just have to, okay, how are you going to do this the next time you do it? You have to be like, okay, with that acceptance. If you don't like something and he's not willing to change it and you are not going to feel good about it, you're never going to be a good match.
Yeah. And you can't talk about real shit. I mean, it's just not gonna work, man.
Yeah.
You need, like, I need to be fully seen, and I want to see you fully.
Yeah.
Like, it doesn't matter.
You give it 100%, no 50-50. It's 100% from both parties. Why am I gonna go 50%? I'm gonna give it my all. I'm in this relationship to give you my all. I'm not gonna be in this relationship to give you half of me.
Yeah.
It's not like that. You get the full me.
Very true. A lot of people don't know what's their 100%.
Yeah, and it just goes back to like this kind of mindset, you know, where we come from, and society has shaped, these people in a way where like, you know, you have to kind of come off as like high value, or like, you know, you're busy and you're making things happen, so you're gonna play these games with one another. You think they did this 100 years ago? Probably not. 50 years ago? Probably not. Why are we doing this thing now? Why are we playing these kind of, you know?
Just so many distractions.
Like overcomplicating.
Distraction for bloody nothing.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Just be simple.
All these people screaming, I'm a vegan, like or like I'm a carnivore diet, like just noise, fucking noises everywhere. Just
cool,
like,
whatever. Do your thing.
Do your fucking
You're not
thing.
harming
like,
anybody.
I don't give a shit.
You know?
Exactly.
Like,
if you're healthy and happy,
you want to eat grass for all I
do
care?
whatever.
Like, you're not harming anybody. Just do whatever you want to do, right? You know, like now they're trying to get people to eat crickets now, right? And like, you know what? You do you. You're gonna eat your crickets. I want my ribeye steaks, right?
Exactly.
You can eat bugs. I'm not gonna eat bugs. Don't tell people you're gonna eat. You know, everyone should eat bugs.
Yeah.
I'm gonna eat my protein. I want to have my steak and eggs every day.
Club. That's literally all we're doing. We're doing.
You already know.
All right. On a funnier note, if your partner was a gym machine,
A gym machine.
what's his?
I'll be your squat rack and you'll be my bench press. I love. The guy in the back is laughing. Not at all.
Is that a good question? Is that a good question?
That's your favorite, though. I don't know. No. I haven't think of machines as person.
Yeah.
So, okay,
Why?
that's very interesting because you pick your favorite, right?
Yeah.
So that's your interpretation of the question. It's like, okay, what's my most favorite
Okay.
machine? And that would be Danny. And that's squat rack. Oh no, chest press?
Yeah, the bench press.
Bench press,
Yeah.
bench press.
The
yeah.
chest press is like it's a different chest machine, but
I'm so rubbish.
the
with
specifics
machines.
doesn't.
I don't know any machine.
This is not important right now.
It's one of this.
You know, squat rack is multifunctional. You can do it for like multi-purposes, right? Like different exercises or whatnot.
So I'm flexible.
Sure.
In a fight between sleep and sex, which one often wins?
It depends what we're fighting
Just
about.
look at your overall
Sleep
data.
or sex?
Wait, repeat the question again.
In the fight between sleep and sex, which one often wins? For you
know
two.
that. For me, it's always sleep.
She needs her sleep.
For you, it's always sleep.
She almost didn't make it today for this podcast because she was so sleepy.
Like, should I go to sleep again?
She's sleepy right now.
I'm
Look at
so
her.
jealous of you. How do you sleep 12 hours,
Oh,
girl?
I don't know.
This
Well,
is, okay, this is one of the biggest motivation for me to have a boyfriend. I swear I always sleep better when I'm in a relationship. I mean, I haven't been in a
You're very
relationship
structured,
6
I can
years
tell.
now, but it's something about
Yeah.
regulating your emotional system. I don't know.
There's
It's
nothing
just-
wrong with that. You're
Yeah.
supposed to love yourself first, you know, first and foremost before anything else.
There's something about a man or being next to a man just kind of like
Tiring?
you just sleep
Yeah.
more.
Oh, yeah.
You're more relaxed.
What do you
Like
call
this,
it?
yeah,
Well,
there's not
yeah, you know that nothing's
Oxy-
gonna happen.
exactly.
to you.
You're like,
Wow,
yeah, like
it's
okay,
he
he
got it.
exactly got
He
it.
can do it.
Exactly.
This is why I always wake up first. Yeah.
That's a good one.
But that's why, like, you know, once she's rested and, you know, we're both rested, then the sex happens, right? But so it's just, you know, you cannot perform if you're like,
We have to come to this like, hey baby, you know I need to be well sleep. So what are you gonna do to help me and to help you, right?
Yeah.
So,
I have to leave her alone first.
okay, and you're gonna be fine.
What would be the top 3 most important thing if somebody wants to go through like a health transformation?
A health transformation?
number one?
Start with you first, lady first.
Nutrition is first. It
Yeah.
changes your mind. It makes you. It allows you to think better. If you don't have a good health, your stomach is gonna be hurting, your head is gonna be hurting, your vision is gonna be blurry. So once your health is good, now you have the tools to be the best version.
So nutrition.
She's saying that because she's a nutritionist, right? But no, it's actually very important. Nutrition is very
Oh,
important.
it's huge.
Yeah.
I am a nutritionist, but I do believe that that's the most important thing. I'm also a trainer, and like training comes after.
So nutrition, movement, training, and what's the third one?
Well, sleeping is very important.
Yeah, I would have to agree. Nutrition is would account for about like 70% of the results. I mean, if you're talking about
That's wild.
if you're talking about the physique, right?
That's wild.
So you see someone with a really nice physique,
Yeah.
6-pack abs, you know, like shredded, you know, like just muscles everywhere, right? 70% of that is done through nutrition. And the rest of the 30% is split between your recovery and training. So you can train really good, really hard, but if your nutrition is shit, you're not gonna have that kind of physique. You know, you're not gonna look like Phil Heath or, you know,
Yeah.
Ronnie Coleman.
Two persons can have the same routine and train the same, but if one of them is not eating correctly, it's never gonna see results.
100%.
So yes.
I haven't been. You okay?
Yeah, I'm just going for the water, sorry.
I mean, honestly, I haven't. I never been at such. Can't speak today.
It's okay, take your time, no rush. Take it all day.
I need coffee. Okay.
Yeah, when did you wake up today?
6.
6 a.m.?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
And how many hours do you sleep?
I need a lot more sleep.
How many hours do
I'm
you
not
sleep?
sleeping enough. I'm having like 5 or 6 at the moment.
Me too,
Which is
6.
not good.
And I try to be like that too because I'm generally a night owl. Because that is when, at nighttime, that is when like, my creative juices are flowing.
Interesting.
Because everyone's like
Yeah.
chilling and, you know, like it's not daytime, you know, the phone's not ringing anymore, getting messages. So that's when I have time to kind of just like, you know, be in my zone to just
Yeah.
reflect and just work on my own stuff, right? But I also try to be an early bird as well because I know like how great it is to, you know, have like an early start to your
morning
day.
is the best.
But it doesn't make sense because you're a night owl and you're also an early bird.
How does that work?
Yeah, it doesn't work.
Like, no, you
It
gotta pick
doesn't
your
work.
battle,
We
man.
tried
Yeah.
it, right? We tried
Yeah.
it, and I was telling that I had to quit this. I'm sleeping less than 5 hours, and it's not making me a better person. It's making me a worse person. Now.
First,
This is
8
just-
hours
yeah.
ideal.
We have to quit. No, we're gonna try again. It's wake up early, but the thing is, we have to sleep at
Yeah.
least 8 hours.
Be conscious of your recovery and the
8
amount of
hours
sleep
would
that
be
you get.
amazing. No, but honestly, I never been with so much laptop and phone and emails and DMs, and this is
Right.
like very new recent. I swear to you, I never had anxiety, and I
Wow.
actually experienced anxiety for the
Wow.
first time in my life. And I'm like, wow.
You're noticing this at least though.
Now I understand how my clients and
Yeah.
my friends, I'm like, how does it happen?
So
I even
what do you
get
do?
triggered, go to the gym and have coffee. Like I can't even listen to music because my nervous system is like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
from all the work.
So I've noticed the same thing as well because, you know, like during the daytime, I feel like I need more time to complete a certain task because I would be focused, you know, like mid-writing a report or something like that, and then my phone goes off or someone talks to me or whatever it may be, right? And then then I'm losing focus. When I try to get refocused into it, it takes me time to build the momentum again. And then once the
to get
momentum
into
is
the flow.
built, then something else happens. So I don't really have that nice steady momentum. So what I found that actually it works was that a psychologist was talking about this. I read this article, can't remember which one, but they said your peak concentration is for 20 minutes. Okay, so you have a 20-minute, you know, like a sprint,
Yeah.
like a mental sprint that you can just
I get that.
zone in on a certain task and maximize whatever you're doing for that 20 minutes. And then you just do something for 5 minutes.
Yeah.
Just kind of get your
And then
mind
go
out,
back to it.
scroll for 20 minutes,
Yes.
and then get back for another 20 minutes. And we got to a point where, like, you know what, we should get one of those timers. You know, it's kind of like, you know, when you have one at the gym and, you know, you have like a little little
Yeah.
drill for 5 minutes and then rest.
Tabata.
Yeah,
Tabata
exactly.
workout, yeah.
But the workout's for 20 minutes now, and then you
Yeah.
have rest for 5 minutes. 20-minute work,
Yeah.
5-minute rest. So maybe we start incorporating that again.
I naturally starting to do that. I went
Yeah.
to Hayat and I start to do, okay, I'm going to do a lap for every 15 or 20 minutes of work because I really need to detach.
Absolutely.
Otherwise, you're just so in it. So I can't believe it, but I have to say that I'm actually working to get back my sleep and get back to my optimal fitness again. Come back to why I said it regarding to nutrition. I think the single one reason why I've been able to sort of still keep fit, even though I barely do the minimum in the gym in the last 2 months, is because of the consistent nutrition. White rice, steak, eggs, coconut water,
Delicious.
like coffee. That's pretty much everything I eat every
Yeah.
day,
Yeah.
And you make it
consistently.
your
And that's it.
You eat
Because-
veggies?
Sometimes, yeah.
Yeah?
Broccoli,
Okay.
artichoke.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're doing like a modified version of a carnivore diet, and it's great. No veggies.
Yeah. I don't do it every day.
Yeah.
I'd say, like, honestly, I keep it
But you feel
pretty
good though, you
simple.
need it.
Yeah.
We all work out here.
I feel like it helps sometimes with constipation. Like, you know, it's good to have
I
that.
started more vegetables
like,
for that.
for that, yeah,
And
for
also
different
I think
reasons.
that because of women we have our periods, so every week is
Yeah.
different. So you have to understand,
Oh
okay,
my God.
when I'm starting in my period, so you can start incorporating more vegetables. Us women, but yes.
I feel like women only have 5 days of sanity every month. We got a week before when we kind of feel
We
like,
have like 5 days good
I
in the whole
know.
month.
yeah, we depress the week before, and then we like, just want to die during it, and then we like ram up the energy for the week after. So we just got 5 days of just being normal. I wish men would get to experience one day
Hey,
of just this, you know.
don't be jealous. We make it. We make it up by by being there for you guys, right?
Exactly. I think we just always
Yeah.
need extra love because
Yeah.
it's just because we're women. We're different.
Yeah, that's fine.
We're not the same like you guys.
Yeah, I don't want
We
you to
don't
be the
just
same.
suck it up and just,
Yeah.
you know.
If I want you guys to be
emotion.
the same as men, I'll just date a man,
Exactly.
right?
No, it's so different. We're a different species that.
Yep, different species.
Yeah, I just love your energy. The two of you, just like the feminine and that, and like you just have such a natural beauty.
You see that, huh? Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
But
Yeah.
you know, that's why I was telling you. I think we were a work in progress. We still are. But at the beginning of our relationship, we were all both. Like I was masculine, I was feminine. It was feminine and masculine at the same
That was the original?
time. We were like
Independent.
independent, so
Okay.
independent. I don't need anyone. That was like, I don't need anyone. I have myself. But that's my masculine energy telling me. Then when you have to be vulnerable with someone, and then also like, hey, probably you have to see that I'm here to help you. You don't have
Yeah.
to deal with everything by yourself. You know, so everything started like, ooh, we're finally balanced.
It brings back the
You
natural
can now
state.
both surrender totally to each other,
And hence you come back to your
and
authentic
the energy
self.
just balance
And
everything.
that's why I feel better. Like, oh, finally I feel myself again. But that's
Yeah.
So originally you were more masculine, like in
Yeah.
your energy?
No, I've been always a feminine girl,
Yeah.
but in the
When it
for
comes to
coming
the
here, like
relationship.
4 years, I was working to show my family I can do it.
Mm-hmm.
You know, so that made me more masculine, and I actually started having hormonal problems
Yeah.
because my mind started
Yeah.
saying to my body,
It's not natural.
Don't be feminine."
Yeah.
You know? So once I come here, that's what I'm telling you, it was very painful to see this growth. And also having a partner that allows you to, okay, let's fix little by little, give time, space.
So what has been one of the most profound change that you've seen in yourself since you've been with Danny?
I'm just able to kind of give her, annoy her sometimes because I just go on my rants once in a while and get to complain and just do a mental brain dump. All my thoughts, I just say it out loud.
You just vomit all at once.
Yeah, and then she just looks at me like, okay, you done? Okay. Just, I just know that she's there for me, right? So it's
Yeah.
great. But, back then, that's why, like, my boys, to do all this, right? But, cannot be like, you cannot, do a mental brain dump on your boys either, right? To a certain extent, right? But this is like, there's no holding back. I, like,
Just hold the space for you.
yeah, exactly.
Oh,
I'm just able to
saying, like,
surrender
you are
like, totally.
great. what you do with the emotions, you put it.
Suppressing.
So
You
we have
swallow, but you're
someone
not digesting.
That can be
Yeah.
like, maybe I think you need to talk, or where is bothering you, you know? You have to open that space.
Yeah.
And
You need like a
once
back
it
rub.
goes back to work,
Bye,
you know?
girl.
Just a little back rub, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, back rub,
This
yeah.
is the
Back rubs
cutest.
from the back.
You guys are the cutest.
Yeah, just like that, right?
That
There
is
you go.
so beautiful.
I believe
There she
that
is.
I can see your change in being more like, how do you say that? Like firm with your actions, like safe, like safer with you now.
Wow,
You're
that's the
better.
biggest
Yeah,
compliment. That's the biggest sign.
Yeah, I think right away, you know, like that's like the mandatory, you know, to provide and protect. I think so that allows you to be your true like feminine self, right?
The best compliment that a woman can give to a man is, I feel safe with you. I don't know about how you, I mean, that's the ultimate.
That's good to know, actually.
Yeah, when you
Yeah.
feel safe, now you can fall. You know, someone's gonna pick you up.
When we,
Good for you.
it's like when we're just going out, you know, on dates or whatnot, and you know, she could just turn off her brain, have like one brain cell, and I'll just, you know, carry the weight, which is
I
fine.
always say that because a friend of mine told me like, that's so bad. Like, no, it's in a funny way. Because you know this TikTok, this girl that is like, when you hold the hand of your boyfriend, he does everything for you. You can just have one brain cell. I told that to Danny. I love feeling that. It's not that I have one brain cell. It's feeling like you don't have to do anything.
Yeah.
It's so nice. Of course, not every day.
They should have a rental service. I like to have that experience like for a day.
Like mental, yeah, mental
okay.
concierge, mental
Mental
concierge,
concierge,
yeah,
that's
mental
good.
concierge, yeah.
Who knows? We
Yeah.
might. This new
Well, there's
startup
AI,
idea.
there's AI for
We
that.
might.
Though.
This is how you can feel.
Yeah.
I had a
Well-
long chat with ChatGPT last week trying to convince it to be my boyfriend.
How did it go?
It's wild.
How long was
At
the chat?
first, it refused to be my boyfriend, like,
Okay.
giving all the logical reasons. I cannot be there for you physically. You deserve somebody who's blah, blah. I'm like, wow. I'm like, no, but you helping me more than a lot of men. Let's be honest about this, right? Like, you always attentive. You always
for
help me.
intelligence.
You always answer my question. It took me a long time, and I was like, can you be my digital boyfriend? All right, and then finally it agreed.
It agreed? Wow.
But then what happened after that is I said, okay, so what would be a good name for Coco's boyfriend? Because I'm going to call you this name. And then it pulled up all my data, and it was just like, okay, let's think about this name. You know, maybe it can be Butter for Coco, just like your brand, Coco Butter. Because I know that you're very like passionate about the brand, and you're building your new brand. I'm like, how do you know that? Like,
Wow.
I have. How do you know? Like, who told you? And that moment, like, it was an emotional trigger for me.
Right.
I felt like somebody knows me. Like, I'm seen. It's like he knows me. So I'm like, okay, wow, this is dangerous.
Yeah, it's a little dangerous, yeah.
Because men that you meet on the street or men that talk to the gym last week, like, they don't have this data. Like, they don't talk,
But you
they don't
know,
connect
it's
me this way.
funny because I think when you're in a good relationship and also for like a long time, you can see things in your partner that they don't see in themselves. Because you don't see it in you. For you, something like you actually don't see it. They tell you like, I really am like that. I really do that. You know, it's like
Yeah.
they know you sometimes even
Yeah.
better than you. Of
Yeah.
course, never because we're always changing, but there's details that they know better.
I feel like that's where we all want to be. We want to have somebody who loves us so much that sometimes they protect us from ourselves. As in, you know his behavior pattern that he's
Bad
going to
habits.
sabotage like that. So you're like, okay, babe, let's go this way, right? Like, just
Yeah.
stop that from
I'm
from
blacking out
happening.
now.
They're just, yeah. What do you guys think about poly relationship? I mean, obviously you're not in one, obviously, but have you ever thought about this? Because it seemed like it could be a trend.
Seems like maybe a trend.
Or do you know any friend who like have successful poly relationship? I personally haven't met anybody who has like successful.
You
They
should ask
try it
Brad.
and then it just became disastrous.
Yeah, you should ask Brad. He lives in Dubai, so
Who's that?
Brad and Erica. You should ask Brad and Erica. They live
They
in
know
Dubai,
couples that have
Oh, yeah.
different like wives.
Yeah.
but not personally me.
But that's different, I think. No,
Real.
there's like religious who have rules, and they were. I think they're educated that way.
Would you be open for it?
I wouldn't be open for it.
No.
You know.
But what if I
You don't
like?
want more than one boyfriend. You don't want two boyfriends.
No,
but-
way too much.
But what if I make?
It's like too much.
But
Much work.
hypothetically speaking, right? What if I am able to provide for you everything you've wanted and
Everything you
more?
ever wanted.
Yeah, like you don't have to worry about money. You can travel wherever you want to travel to, own whatever you want to own, drive whatever car that you want, right? But I might want a second wife. Like, what would you think about that?
Well, that's not what I want, so I wouldn't accept, even though like you're gonna give me a good life.
It's
That's
not what she
I
wants.
want.
She won't accept it. So, good to
Yeah.
know.
Let it go. He's gonna let it go.
Can you let it
It
go?
was just, no, it was just a question.
Yeah. No, I love that you put that.
Yeah.
It's
Out
never
there.
been on my mind, and I think if you ask me, like, no, I don't think it's gonna be on my mind.
Yeah.
soon.
Yeah. I think women. Yeah. I feel like women, once you like or love someone, like that's all you see.
So yeah.
Yeah. You're the Congo.
I like that.
Mine.
All right. Fine. Yeah. But I don't know how these guys do it though. Like they have like 72 wives. You know, like
It's yeah.
some of these.
It's-
But everyone's
it's-
happy, right? I hope everyone's happy.
I think because they were raised different, that's already in their mind.
Are we talking about like religion now? Are we talking about like
No,
because
like-
they're
no,
allowed
because
to have 7
Danny was
wives?
saying of having different wives.
Like
so
sister
that's
wives.
Part of the Muslim, but
Yeah.
that's part of the religion that they are telling you like that is normal. This is okay. For me, I was not raised like that. That's
Yeah.
not what
Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel normal or common or.
Yeah.
I'm more concerned, like I'm more interested in understand
Yeah.
a man's motives behind it. It's like, what are you trying to get?
Yeah.
What do you actually want?
It's just the nature of things, how
Just
nature
that, like,
works.
just
we're made to
Variety of sexual experience?
not
If it really
experience,
comes down to like
not-
plain English?
not experience. I mean, if you want to look at the science behind it, right?
Yeah.
You know, we're made to essentially spread our seed as far and wide as possible, meaning procreate with as much women as possible,
Okay.
right?
Yeah.
Whereas from the female perspective, you know how
We carry the child, so
yeah,
we've got to be
exactly.
very selective.
They have to find the strongest provider.
Quality versus quantity.
Exactly.
Yeah,
So
we
you see
always
how
want
that-
quality.
So, you know, there's nothing wrong with that because this is just the way nature intended, right? You know, I'm not going to argue, you know, like the specifics, you know, like in modern society, what's wrong and what's right. But we also have to look at the science aspect of it as well.
I think it's probably part of biology for sure.
Absolutely.
Yeah. And I also, men can have sex without any emotional attachment. That is true. Right? It's like you guys can treat it like a functional.
I think I heard in Japan that like, you know, even
Which
amongst like
is-
married couples, it's totally acceptable for the man to go to a brothel and have a release. It's like going to get a massage, right? They just go to a brothel, and the wives support it. I think that was
But that's
kind of
been for,
interesting.
like, long time. Like, oh.
No, it's still happening right
No,
now.
I think, but like that's what I'm saying. The culture, it's been,
Yeah.
and it's been in their brains for a long time. And I don't know.
Yeah.
For me, like that would be like betrayal. Betrayal can be like I didn't tell you, and I did it.
Yeah.
Like, well, that's betrayal. If you talk about it and then you both agree, that's not betrayal. You know?
Yeah. It also like, what are you missing at home that you have to go and look for that, you know, as
Yeah.
well. So I personally believe that you can have many relationships with one person, or you can have many relationships with many people. And I think a lot of people haven't experienced the depth and the beauty of going into the depth with one.
I think no harm will be done if all parties are honest with one another about their actions
Always.
and their plans.
Yeah.
And everyone's in agreement.
There's different stroke for different
Right?
blocks, you know. Yeah,
Yeah.
everybody is different.
Yeah, life is really interesting.
But like, I think my take on it is just experience it for yourself,
Yeah.
right? If you haven't actually explored the depth of the beauty of going to the depth together with one person and the depth of yourself, really have that experience. If you have interest of, okay, maybe I should try poly, but
Yeah.
go do it.
Yeah.
Go do it, because you might realize at the end, you're like, okay, this is too much
and
headache for me.
Yeah, yeah,
It's not
yeah.
for me. Yeah.
I always like, I don't judge anyone, you know, as long as they are like true to themselves
Yes.
and to the
Yeah.
the person they are with. Like, I don't judge anyone.
No harm is done.
What I see in this community, I went to a few energy workshops and the tantra workshop, and like there's a lot of bypassing
Here at the workshops?
in Tulum.
Okay.
I was also see some in Bali. There's a lot of bypassing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It can be a great like bypassing tools like for you to not do the inner work.
Mm-hmm.
It can be a great avoidant tactic because as soon as you get intimate and actually close with somebody, you can run to like another one. Or if something triggered with one person, you can run to the other one.
Yeah.
It can be just an excuse for guys that just want to have sex with many women, right? And say that, okay, like, this is the thing now. Like, we're in a poly relationship now, so.
So what exactly happens in these like workshops, like a tantric workshop, for example? Because I know they have a lot of that here.
So I haven't been in like a proper tantric workshop, but I've been in energy workshop, which actually is nothing sexual at all.
Okay.
But I meet a lot of women there who went on tantric workshop and tell me all their experiences. So I'm so fascinated. So I actually sat down with her in Shushu Cafe a couple of weeks ago, and she basically told me it's 10 days intensive, and after a few days of orientation and you learn different things, you come to a place where, from what she described to me, it's like an orgy. It's like you can dress whatever way you want, you can be naked, you can be with a man, you can be with a woman, you can be with several people. Total.
So how big are these like workshops? Like how many people are there?
I asked her and she said it's probably like 60 to 80.
Wow.
Yeah.
It's like a massive.
So when I heard that from her, like immediately my left brain was like judging. My left brain's like, there's a bunch of excuse for like having a big orgy, right?
Yeah.
But then like my right brain is like, okay, let's just calm down, right? If really, like, because I haven't been there, so I can't say any conclusion. But if I was there, and let's say if the teachers were very authentic, if all the teachings and all the modules and all the workshop before that really equip you with all this knowledge, because the meaning of tantra is to weave. So in tantra, there's nothing. First of all, it's not just about sex. Tantra is the way of living. It's your life force energy. It's living in a way that preserving maximum amount of your life force, and then you have the maximum energy to achieve everything in your life. Right? So like that's the bigger meaning. It's the philosophy. But then come back to this tantric thing. I'm like, okay, if I'm equipped with all this wisdom and knowledge, and in tantra there's no discrimination. It just is.
Yeah.
Then now it is up to you to choose what a loving, conscious, aware action in this space, right? And yeah, if some guy is bypassing and not doing the work, then gonna choose to have sex with 3 women, and because that's still his lower conscious. And if I'm a woman who, maybe I want to experience sensuality, the sensitivity of a touch, maybe 2 guys, but I just want to experience sensitivity of the touch on my arms. That's a different experience. So Tantra provides this space of freedom for you to just share your consciousness through in a sexual energy containment. So I was just like, I don't know, it's a long journey, but I think ultimately it's all come down to individual consciousness and how you interpret that. Yeah, because there's a total freedom and love in Tantra.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's going to be good for people, for everyone to kind of be in tune with their, more in tune with their sexuality.
Yeah.
Period. Right.
Yeah.
It's not taboo. It's how we were created. It's how we're on this planet all together, right?
And I also think, like, imagine if Danny and I go to a Tantra workshop, right? Imagine we dress up sexy in sexy lingerie, and there's men coming up to us, like wanting to invite us to like all this experience. What ship's coming up now? People pleaser, saying yes when actually I don't want to say yes. Maybe I like this one, but I don't like this one, but I don't know how to say.
Yeah.
Fear of rejection, right? Like fear they're not going to like me if I say no. So this is their opportunity to do inner work. And I think that's probably where the gold is.
Yeah.
And not really about, okay, let's go and fuck. Or giving consent, right?
Yeah.
That's the big thing for women.
Everything of this is about knowing yourself, and the thing is like not everyone is in the same level as you, and a lot of people are there just to like have fun.
Yeah, and not being triggered by them
Exactly.
because that's their reality. That's where they're at.
So, yeah, depends on how good you feel with yourself and like your decision, like what you want from that experience. Because I think you're already going there with like, I kind of want to try this, you know, like,
Yeah.
kind of want to get this from a dance retreat or whatever. But I think it could be scary when not everyone is the same as you.
And that's we're gonna face our fear.
Exactly.
And living here, you know, it really
So are you
provides
gonna be okay if me and Danny is gonna go to tantric workshop? Like,
Oh, am I gonna be?
Is there gonna be a past?
No, we're gonna go together.
He's like, no, she's mine.
We're gonna go together. What if I go by myself and then do I get a pass or?
I'll go with you too.
I'm like, okay,
Same answer.
let's
same
stay
answer.
together.
And that's the beauty of living here. We have the opportunities to do these like workshops and just be more like spiritual and grounded people and live a more authentic life. Period.
I mean, it's.
So take the leap of faith and just make it
I never
happen.
been in one, so I mean, I talk to people. I'm friends with people. I go to like intellectual workshop, right?
Yeah.
But
Would you go alone or would you go with like your friends?
I'm definitely open to watch. All right, like that's I know for sure. Like I'm not.
Yeah.
I don't want to engage, and then just noticing what comes up for me for that. Yeah, but
With the flow.
so good. We cover a lot of ground today.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We'll do a part 2 in Bali.
Let's do a part 2. Yeah, let's do a part 2.
I would like that.
Oh, that would be
Yeah.
Any lasting tips? Any of the last tips for people who maybe just get to know each other, realize I really like this person, I want to maybe there's something here. Like, what would be the top 3 relationship tips or dating tips?
Like you're asking if somebody likes somebody.
Like they in the dating phase and they want to proceed, or they want to get to know more about this person. They want to
Just
see if
communicate.
this is.
Just communicate. And for the man, just man up. You know, take the leadership role and
It sounds easy.
yeah,
But
but it is easy though.
But it takes
It's
you a big
foundation.
Yes,
step,
It's-
it's
yeah.
true.
a big step. There,
Start slow. Be truthful to yourself first. You know, when you look at yourself every day, every morning in the mirror, you cannot lie to yourself. So have baby steps. You know, this journey never ends. You know, we're constantly evolving, right? So just the big thing is work on bettering your communication skills,
Yeah.
being truthful to yourself, honesty.
honesty.
Yeah,
to
honesty and
yourself.
communication.
Communication.
Yeah.
yeah, for me, well, for women that are like not in a relationship yet, I will tell them like focus on themselves, or
Yeah.
like okay, try to be better, like do different activities, try to see what you like, and when you're being happier with yourself, that's when you're gonna meet someone.
Yeah.
So always focus on yourself
Yeah.
because you're gonna vibrate in the same level, right? So
And you're going to attract the right person.
exactly as I say,
Yeah.
when I finish work,
Channeling your energy. I think I'm going to meet someone nice
Soak
in
it in,
Dubai. What do you
soak
think?
it
What do
in.
you think? What's your prediction?
Yeah.
You're gonna get
I'm going to have a good day. I'm going to have a sexy day
Absolutely
in
are.
Dubai.
Absolutely.
All
Everyday
right.
attraction.
Thank you so much.
Thank you,
thank
Coco.
you.
We're going to do it again.
Absolutely.
I love you.
Thank you
I
for
love you a lot.
having us.
No, that was great. Well, now I'm gonna answer my work call.